This is iPhone 5s iOS 10.2.1 review. Let's get started. What is going on, guys? Apple Fox here, and Apple has released an iOS update recently. I made a video to let you know all you need to know about it. But because I know there are a lot of people who use iPhone 5s today as their main device, of course it doesn't necessarily need to be their daily driver. So because of that, I decided to make this video specified on iPhone 5s running the latest iOS just to see what's changed, how usable it is, or if you should go ahead and install it on your iPhone 5s. Now let's jump into settings real quick to show you that my iPhone 5s is running the iOS 10.1.1. I did not update to iOS 10.2 when it dropped, I just wanted to stay on the older version. So here, as you can see, we've got a prompt to update. It seems to be quite big with over 300 megabytes, but as I said, I skipped one update, so that's the reason this update is big. If I had the 10.2 installed, then the 10.2.1 would be only like 70 megabytes on iPhone 5s. Before clicking download and install, I want to show you that I downloaded some games and I will try to see and compare how long it takes to open these games on both versions of iOS. So I have like Jetpack Joyride or Subway Surfers. These are not the most power consuming games, but these are the best apps to test out how powerful the iOS is. As a first thing, I will clear out all of the applications in order to make it fair. Now I'm having this stopwatch here so I can measure exactly how long it's going to take. So let's start with the Jetpack. I will try to be as accurate as I can. Starting in 3, 2, 1. As I said, it's not the type of a game that is like 2 GB large, but it's a normal game most people play. So looks like it took about 6.5 seconds to load this game. Let's do this one more time, even if it shouldn't make a big difference, but it's always better to make it at least twice. So as we expected, the result is pretty much same. Now let's move on to another app. The app switcher is of course empty and we're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Of course, not the exact time like before is expected. I like to test it on games because other apps require internet connection, and that of course depends on the Wi-Fi. Now as you can see, it took the app 11.5 seconds to open up. Quite similar result after performing this for the second time, as you can see. Now we can finally go ahead and download and install the update. The time for this update to download depends on the speed of your actual internet connection, so I cannot tell how long it's going to take. In my case, it's going to be a little longer because I didn't update to 10.2, but also for you it might take a while to install it, so go and grab some food or do something else in order not to wait that much. There is also an option to wait with installing the update, and when you get a pop-up telling you to install it, you can choose it to install during night, so you don't have to bother with that if you don't want to. Now when it's finally installed and everything is okay, let me jump into settings real quick just to show you that my iPhone 5s is running the 10.2.1 at the moment. So now let's take a look at the storage and see how we're doing. I didn't forget to take a screenshot before installing, so don't worry about that. And as you can see, the capacity is at 12.17 GB and the available storage is at 6.57 GB running on the iOS 10.1.1. Now after the update, the capacity got a little lower. As you can see, it's at 12.12 GB and the available storage got shrunk as well, which is not a very good sign, honestly. I think now is the best time to test out the apps or the games that I was testing before updating. Let's start with Jetpack first in 3, 2, 1. I'm actually really curious to see how it's going to compare to the time measured before installing. It looks like it's a little slower, but it's not that much. It's about half second slower, which isn't a big deal. Now the second one is Subway Surfers. Pretty similar game to Jetpack in terms of power consuming, I would say. It doesn't look that good right now. It's taking so long to load this app. Maybe it's because it's just been updated, but the difference is pretty significant. Before the update it was at 11 seconds and now it took almost 17 seconds. Anyways, let's run this test again. This time it's a lot better even though it's slower than before the update, but now the difference isn't that huge. So in terms of changes, well, the iOS 10.2.1 doesn't bring anything like a new feature or new stuff you can see. But on the other hand, lots of bugs have been removed and many security holes have been fixed, which is great for our iPhones, but it's not that good for jailbreak. So in case you intend to jailbreak your iPhone 5s, then it's definitely better to stay on iOS 10.2. I'm honestly really curious to see if I manage to glitch out the iOS 10.2.1 on iPhone 5s, because there are some glitches still present in iOS 10. I made some videos covering the bugs and glitches in iOS 10, so check it out if you want. I will leave the link in video's description. Taking a look at the glitches, well, looks like the Zero bug can still be activated. The whispering bug, the one where you had to slide down the notification center and between pages click on a search bar, is now fixed and it doesn't do anything. Removing the labels is not working anymore. I tried it several times but without success. What's great is that the status bar can still be removed. iPhone 5s is definitely not dead, and all everyday tasks you need your phone to get done mean no problem for iPhone 5s. Opening up the camera is pretty fast, and the weather app is pretty solid as well, and overall the iOS 10.2.1 is completely usable. So guys, this is the end of this video. I honestly hope you like it, and let me know what you think about this type of video down below in the comments. If I had to say if it's a good idea to install the update, well, on one hand it fixes lots of bugs and security holes, but on the other hand you're losing the jailbreak and you're also losing some storage, so you decide what's important for you. Have a great day and see you next time. Peace.